A man came to the end of his time on earth. On his first day in heaven, St. Peter showed him around the dining hall. The man saw that there were tables filled with delightful food, enough for all present. However, he noticed that one group sharing a table was very disheartened, and on the other side of the room, another table, people were joyous. So he asked St. Peter, why the difference? St. Peter told him that the disheartened group had arms that were frozen at the elbows and were unable to partake of the banquet before them. St. Peter told him that this was hell. The man asked St. Peter about those on the other table who appeared joyous. St. Peter told the man that these people had found the secret of the kingdom. They discovered that they could partake of the kingdom's bounty by feeding each other. The kingdom is here and now and is revealed to us when we care for each other. So, how is Christ Church currently sharing the good news of the kingdom? At Christ Church, we serve our fellow Christians in several ways. We go weekly to the senior facility at Brighton Gardens to bring spirituality and communion to the residents. The residents have never set foot inside Christ Church and probably never will. Several teams serve meals at St. Mark's in Keansburg. Again, the people of St. Mark's have seldom, if ever, attended Christ Church. We periodically host folks at our church through Family Promise. As many of you know, these are people who are homeless and need a safe, warm, and dry place to sleep as they continue their journey for more permanent housing. We give these folks what we have and ask nothing in return. A group of men meet weekly at Panera Bread in Middletown to read and explore our spiritual journey in a public place. We have used books about Benedict's teachings from authors like Jane Tomain, John McQuiston, and Albert Holtz. Only half of these men have any connection to Christ Church. For the most part, we are taking the good news of the kingdom to people where we find them. In the times of Christ and the centuries following, meeting in homes was a common practice. I'd like to give you a story from Matthew 10. Jesus sent out his disciples, instructing them to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and proclaim as you go, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, and cast out demons. Acquire no gold or silver or copper for your belt. Whatever town or village you enter, find out who is worthy in it and stay there until you depart. So now we need to go outside our comfort zone and our buildings. In these times of changing religious attitudes, we continue to see that people need to hear the good news of the kingdom directly from us. However, we will probably not get them to come to church. We need to meet them where they are, not where we are, as we heard in the passage from Matthew. We are thinking about the church of the future, but in reality, the future church may look like the church of the first 3 centuries after the resurrection. A church where Physically, spiritually, and emotionally, we evolve from an inward focus to an outward focus, from grand church buildings to coffee shops. So a real story from Panera. A few weeks ago, we were meeting on Saturday morning in our usual place. A woman saw us, stopped by and asked, "I'm curious, are you friends, talking about politics, or members of an organization?" Father Bill, who was not in uniform, got up and handed his card. She said, "Oh, forgive me, Father, but I am an atheist." "Oh, forgive me, Father, for I am an atheist." I said to her, "No problem. We have two atheists sitting right here." We have a view of our church. We need to have a view of our church as a municipal garage, where we ready our trucks and snowplows to clean the streets of our community. We and our plows will only serve the community as we drive them down the streets where our neighbors live and the snow is on the ground. They will not recognize us by our buildings we occupy, but by the message we bring. The message is that the kingdom of God is all around us. We need to get out of our comfort zone to truly bring the good news of the kingdom to all who seek it.